नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं पंकज कुमार आज आपके सामने लेके आया हूँ क्लास 11 फिजिक्स चैप्टर 1 फिजिकल वर्ल्ड। बिफोर वी स्टार्ट फिजिकल वर्ल्ड एंड मेजरमेंट, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी मस्ट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज साइंस एंड इट्स ओरिजिन। साइंस क्या है और इसका ओरिजिन क्या है? Science is a systematic understanding of natural phenomena in detail so it can be predicted, controlled, and modified. Science involves exploring, experimenting, and speculating phenomena happening around us. Now, the word science has been derived from the Latin word scientia, which means to know. So, scientific method is a way to gain knowledge in a systematic and in-depth way. It involves the various steps: systematic observation, controlled experiments, qualitative and quantitative reasoning, mathematical modeling, prediction and verification of theories, speculation or prediction. Science does not have any final theory. ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है। ये ध्यान रखना है कि साइंस की कोई भी फाइनल थ्योरी नहीं होती है। हर एक थ्योरी आगे फिर मॉडिफाई की जाती है, कुछ नए रूल्स मिलते हैं, कुछ नई थ्योरीज आती हैं जो प्रीवियस थ्योरी से ज़्यादा अच्छी होती हैं। The improved observations, accurate tools keep improving the knowledge and the perspectives. Now, अब हम देखते हैं कैसे जोनासन कैपलर ने यूज की थी टाइको ब्रेसेस रिसर्च ऑन प्लैनेटरी मोशन टू improve Copernicus theory. Quantum mechanics was developed to deal with atomic and nuclear phenomena. Work of Rutherford on nuclear model of an atom became the basis of quantum theory given by Niels Bohr. Antiparticle theory of Paul Dirac led to the discovery of anti-electron, that means positron, by Carl Anderson. हमने इसमें ये देखा कि जो थ्योरी पहले आई थी उन थ्योरी की मॉडिफाइड फॉर्म आगे हमें दी गई है. सो द थ्योरीज इन साइंस इट कीप्स ऑन चेंजिंग. नाउ, natural sciences. Natural science is a branch of science concerned with description, prediction, and understanding of natural phenomena based on observational and empirical evidences. It consists of following disciplines. We have three disciplines of natural sciences. We all know it's physics, chemistry, and biology. Since we are dealing with physics only, so let us discuss about physics. क्या है ये physics? Physics is a study of basic laws of nature and their manifestation in different natural phenomena. Physics is the study of physical world and matter and its motion through space and time, along with related concepts such as energy and force. Word physics is derived from the Greek word that is physike, meaning nature. It means physics, it deals with natural phenomena, it is a natural science. Two principal types of approaches in physics are: first is called unification and second is called reduction. Unification. This approach considers all of the world's phenomena as a collection of universal laws in different domains and conditions. For example, law of gravitation applies both to a falling apple from a tree as well as motion of planets around the sun. Similarly, electromagnetism law govern all electric and magnetic phenomena. This is what we call unification. मतलब अलग अलग थ्योरीज को यूज करना फॉर बेटरमेंट ऑफ ह्यूमन बींग्स. Second is reduction. This approach is to derive properties of complex system from the properties and interaction of its constituent parts. For example, temperature studied under thermodynamics is also related to average kinetic energy of the molecules in a system that we will study in kinetic theory of gases. Now, what are the impact and uses of physics? It can explain the phenomena happening over a large magnitude with a simple theory. Experiments and observations are used to develop new theories. for that is uni-identify, or we can say unidentified phenomena, and improve all theories for existing phenomena. Development of devices using laws of physics. You have seen there are large number of devices which has been derived by using different laws. Now, what is the scope of physics? Scope of physics is vast as it covers quantities with length magnitude as higher as 10 raised the power 40 meter or more, and as low as 10 raised the power minus 14 meter or less. That is study of electrons, protons, etc. Similarly, the range of time scales goes from 10 raised the power minus 22 seconds to 10 raised the power 18 second. Do not read it as 1018, it's 10 raised the power 18 second. And the mass from 10 raised the power minus 30 kg to 10 raised the power 55 kg. Physics is broadly divided into two types based on its scope. One is called classical physics and other is called modern physics. Classical physics deals with the macroscopy means जो बड़े पार्टिकल के साथ डील करती हैं phenomena, while the modern physics deals with small particles, that is microscopic phenomena. Macroscopic domain include phenomena at large scales like laboratory, terrestrial and astronomical. It include the following subjects. First is mechanics. It is based on Newton's laws of motion and the laws of gravitation. It is concerned with motion, equilibrium of particles, rigid and deformable bodies, and general system of particle. For example, propulsion of rocket by injecting gases. When rocket moves, it ejects gases in a backward direction. Similarly, water or sound waves, equilibrium of bend under a load. So these are few things. Now, what is electrodynamics? It deals with electric and magnetic phenomena associated with charged and magnetic bodies. Example, motion of a current carrying conductor in a uniform magnetic field, the response of a circuit to an AC voltage, the propagation of radio waves in the ionosphere. These all comes under electrodynamics. Then third is optics. Optics, it deals with the phenomena involving light. It has reflection, refraction, dispersion, color shown by thin films, etc. Then the fourth is thermodynamics. Thermodynamics deals with the system in macroscopic equilibrium and changes in internal energy, temperature, entropy, etc. of the system. So thermodynamics basically deals with heat change. It also deals with efficiency of heat engine. Heat engine actually based on the laws of thermodynamics. Now, what is microscopic domain? Microscopic domain includes phenomena at minuscule scales like atom, like very small particles. तो माइक्रोस्कोपिक डोमेन जो है वो डील करती है बहुत ही छोटे से पार्टिकल्स के साथ, जैसे एटम हो गए, मॉलिक्यूल हो गए एंड न्यूक्ली होगी. दैट इज macroscopic domains. It also deals with interaction of probes like electrons, protons, and other elementary particles. Quantum theory has been developed to handle these phenomena. Now, what are the factors responsible for progress of physics? There are different factors which are responsible for progress of physics. One is quantitative analysis along with qualitative analysis, application of universal law in different contexts, approximation approach, and fourth is extracting and focusing on essential features of a phenomena. Now, what is hypothesis? Hypothesis is a supposition without assuming that it is true. That is generally a hypothesis. Hypothesis हम किसी भी चीज़ को suppose कर लेते हैं, मान के चलते हैं कि ये ऐसा है. Without assuming that it is true, it may not be proved but can be verified through a series of experiments. Exams. It is a self-evident truth that it is accepted without controversy or questions. Model is a theory proposed to explain observed phenomena. Assumption is the basis of physics, where a number of phenomena can be explained. These assumptions are made from experiments, observation, and a lot of statistical data. Technological applications of physics. Several examples where physics and its concept had led to discoveries, inventions are listed below. Now, we have some examples where we have used physics and its various concepts. Let's see. देखते हैं कौन कौन से हैं. Steam engine was developed from the Industrial Revolution in 18th century. Wireless communication जो हम use करते हैं in mobiles, in telephones, that is also developed after the discovery of laws of electricity and magnetism. Neuron-induced fission of uranium done by Hahn and Meitner in 1938 led to the formation of nuclear power reactors and nuclear weapons. Conversion of solar, wind, geothermal, etc. energy into electricity. So these are few practical applications of laws of physics. Now we are moving towards a very interesting concept, that is fundamental forces in nature. What do you mean by fundamental? क्या होती हैं fundamental forces? Fundamental forces are basically basic forces in nature. The forces which we see in our day to day life, like muscular, frictional forces due to compression and elongation of springs and strings, fluids and gas pressure, electric, magnetic, interatomic, and intermolecular forces are derived forces, as their origination are due to few fundamental forces in nature. So keep in mind these forces which we just now learned, like muscular, frictional, forces due to compression and elongation of springs and strings, fluid or gas pressure, they all are derived forces. In nature, there are only four fundamental forces. First is gravitational force, which is of course given by Newton. So gravitational force, it is a force of mutual attraction between any two objects by virtue of their mass. It means gravitational forces that depend upon masses of the body. It is a universal force, as every object experiences this force due to every other object in the universe. It simply states there is a force of interaction between any two bodies, whether living or non-living. And these forces of interaction depends upon product of masses as well as square of the distance between the particle. So gravitational law simply states the force of interaction between any two bodies is directly proportional to product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. That is F equal to g m1 m2 upon r square. ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट g, जस्ट नाउ अभी अभी हमने देखा कि f जो है वो है g m1 m2 अपॉन r स्क्वायर. क्या है ये g? कैपिटल g. कैपिटल g is called gravitational constant. It has a fixed value. Its value is 6.67 into 10 raised the power minus 11 न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर पर किलोग्राम स्क्वायर. और इसकी CGS यूनिट है 6.67 into 10 raised the power minus 8 9 centimeter square per gram square. Now, there are some properties of gravitational force. First, it is due to masses of two bodies. Second, it is always attractive. Third, it operates in all objects of the universe. Fourth, its range is infinite. It means it is a long range force. It is the weakest force in nature. 10 raised the power minus 38 times as compared to strong nuclear forces. And the particles which are transferred between two bodies are supposed to be gravitons. So keep in mind, in gravitational forces, the particles which are transferred called gravitons. Now, second type of force is electromagnetic force. Electromagnetic force is generally given by coulombs. It deals with charges. It simply states when we take any two charges, there are two types of charges. One is positively charged and other is negatively charged. If we take similar charges they repel each other, whereas opposite charges they attract each other. Coulomb simply states that the force of interaction, here I am using the word interaction. Coulomb says the force of interaction between any two charges is directly proportional to product of their charges and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. That is F equals to K Q1 Q2 upon R square, where K is a constant whose value is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught equals to 9 into 10 raised to the power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square, also known as Coulomb's constant. Now, the Coulomb force of attraction, it arises due to stationary or moving electrical charges. The forces may be attractive or repulsive. It operates only on charged particle. Its range is infinite. It is stronger, 10 raised to the power 36 times stronger than gravitational force, but 10 raised to the power minus 2 times weaker than strong nuclear forces. And the particle which are transferred called photons. It is supposed that between the charges, the particle which are transferred, they are photons. Third is strong nuclear forces. Strong nuclear force is the strongest force which is charge independent. It holds the nucleons together. We know in a nucleus, there are two types of particles, protons and neutrons. Protons, they are positively charged, whereas neutrons, they do not carry any charge. So, the force which binds the proton and neutron together in a nucleus of an atom called strong nuclear force. It is charge independent and acts equally between a proton, a neutron, and a neutron, and a proton and a neutron, like proton-neutron interaction. Recent discovery shows that proton and neutrons are built of elementary particles called quarks, operate between nucleons. So keep in mind, the particles which are responsible for strong nuclear forces are generally quarks. It may be attractive or repulsive. Its range is very short. Nuclear forces are short range forces. It is around 10 raised power minus 15 Newton around. Its range is very short. Range is around 10 raised the power 15 minus 15 meter within nuclear size of 10 raised power minus 15 meter. These forces, keep in mind, nuclear forces are the strongest forces in nature. The particles which are transferred are supposed to be boson or gluon. Now, the fourth force is weak nuclear force. This force appears only in certain nuclear processes such as beta decay of the nucleus. It means the weak nuclear forces, it exists for a very small interval of time. In beta decay, the nucleus emits an electron and an uncharged particle called neutrino is produced. The particle was first predicted by Wolfgang Pauli in 1931, operates within nucleons, that is, elementary particles like electrons and neutrino. It appears during radioactive decay, has a very short range, 10 raised to the power minus 15 meter, 10 raised to the power minus 13 time than strong nuclear force. Particle transferred are fermions. So you have seen that we have done four fundamental forces: gravitational force, electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force, and weak nuclear force. Among all these forces, strong nuclear forces are the strongest and the gravitational forces are the weakest. Now, the relative strength of these forces are Fg, that is gravitational force, Fw means that is electrostatic, Fe means electrostatic force, Fw means weak nuclear force, and Fs means strong nuclear force. The ratio of Fg, that is gravitational force, Fw, weak nuclear force, Fe, electrostatic force, and Fs, that is strong nuclear force, is 1 ratio 10 raised to the power 25 ratio 10 raised to the power 36 ratio 10 raised to the power 38. Now, let us discuss about unification of forces. There have been physicists who have tried to combine a few of the above fundamental forces. These are listed here. Name of the physicist, year, and achievement in unification. First is Isaac Newton, 1687, unified celestial and terrestrial mechanics. Then Hans Christian Ørsted and Michael Faraday in 1820 and 1830 respectively unified electric and magnetic phenomena to give rise to electromagnetism, which you will study in class 12. James Clerk Maxwell in 1873, he unified means he combined electricity, magnetism and optics to show that light is an electromagnetic waves. Sheldon Glashow, Abdus Salam, Stephen Weinberg in 1979 gave the idea of electroweak force, which is a combination of electromagnetic and weak nuclear force. Cario Rubia, Simon van der Meer in 1984, they verified the theory of electroweak forces. So this is a few examples of unification of forces. Now, there are some conserved quantity. Physics gives laws to summarize the investigation and observations of phenomena occurring in the universe. Physical quantities that remain constant with time called conserved quantities. So conserved quantities are those which does not change with time. Example, for a body under external force, the kinetic and potential energy changes over time, but the total mechanical energy, which is a sum of kinetic and potential energy, it remains constant. Conserved quantities can be scalar like energy or vector like total linear momentum or total angular momentum. Now conservation laws. A conservation law is a hypothesis. ये एक जनरल सा hypothesis है जो हम मानते हैं based on observation and experiment which cannot be proved. These can be verified by experiment. Although हम इनको experiment से verify कर सकते हैं कि what are these conservation laws. पहला है law of conservation of energy जो कहता है the energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but energy can be converted from one form to another form. The law of conservation of energy applies to the whole universe, and it is believed that the total energy of the universe remain unchanged. Under identical condition, the nature produce symmetric result at different times. Now we have some laws. First is law of conservation of mass. Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed, but mass can be converted into energy and energy can be converted into mass by the Einstein theory, that is E equals to mc square, where c is speed of light whose value is 3 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second. Law of conservation of linear momentum simply states the total linear momentum of an isolated system is always conserved. Means the linear momentum before and after is always same. Similarly, law of conservation of angular momentum also states that the total angular momentum is always conserved. Now, isotropy of space underlies the law of conservation of angular momentum. The laws of nature do not change with change of space and time. It means जो laws हैं हमारे वो हमेशा change नहीं होते. अगर हम एक जगह से दूसरी जगह चले जाएं, the laws of nature they does not change. This is known as symmetry of space and time. This and some other symmetries plays a central role in modern physics. Conservation laws are connected to this. चलिए अब हम थोड़ा डिस्कस कर लेते हैं लॉज ऑफ फिजिक्स रिलेटेड टू टेक्नोलॉजी। ऐसे कौन कौन से लॉ हैं जो अलग अलग टेक्नोलॉजी में यूज होते हैं? लाइक प्रिंसिपल ऑफ फिजिक्स एंड सेकंड टेक्नोलॉजी। इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक इंडक्शन हम यूज करते हैं फॉर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेशन। लॉज ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स भी यूज फॉर स्टीम, पेट्रोल एंड डीजल इंजन। इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स भी यूज फॉर प्रोपेगेशन ऑफ रेडियो, टीवी, फोन सिग्नल्स। न्यूक्लियर चेन रिएक्टर, हमें पता है न्यूक्लियर चेन रिएक्टर आर यूज टू प्रोड्यूस इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, दैट इज न्यूक्लियर रिएक्टर फॉर पावर। Newton's second and third law is used in rocket propulsion. Bernoulli's theorem used in aeroplanes. Population inversion is used in laser. X-rays be used in medical diagnosis. Ultra high magnetic field, they are used to make superconductors. Although the superconductors are not made, but we are trying to make some superconductors. Digital electronics, computer and calculators. Electromagnetic induction is used for electricity generation. अब हमारे पास कुछ साइंटिस्ट हैं, उनकी कंट्रीज के नाम हैं और उनका क्या कंट्रीब्यूशन है फिजिक्स में. हियर यू कैन सी नेम, कंट्रीब्यूशन एंड कंट्री. First is Isaac Newton. He gave us law of gravitation, law of motion, reflecting telescope, and he belongs to UK. Then Galileo Galilei, law of inertia, belongs to Italy. Galilei, law of inertia, Italy. Then Archimedes, principle of buoyancy, principle of lever, belongs to Greece. James Clerk Maxwell, electromagnetic waves, belongs to UK. W.K. Roentgen, X-rays, Germany. Marie Curie, discovery of radium polonium, that is radioactivity, belongs to Poland. Albert Einstein, he gave law of photoelectricity, theory of relativity, belongs to Germany. S.N. Bose, quantum statistics, India. James Chadwick, neutron, UK. Niels Bohr gave quantum theory of hydrogen atom, belongs to Denmark. Ernest Rutherford he gave nuclear model of an atom, belongs to New Zealand. C.B. Raman, inelastic scattering of light by molecules, belongs to India. Christian Huygens, wave theory of light, belongs to Holland. Michael Faraday, law of electromagnetic induction, belongs to UK. Edwin Hubble, expanding universe, belongs to USA. H.J. Baba belongs to India, gives cassette process in cosmic radiation. Cosmic means intrastellar rays. Abdul Salam belongs to Pakistan, unification of weak and EM interaction. R.A. Millikan, he gave measurement of electronic charge, belongs to USA. E.O. Lorentz gave cyclotron, belongs to USA. Wolfgang Pauli, quantum exclusion principle, belongs to Austria. Louis de Broglie, wave nature of matter, belongs to France. J.J. Thomson gave electron, belongs to UK. Similarly, we have S. Chandrasekhar, who gives us Chandrasekhar limit, structure of stars, belongs to India. Christian Huygens, wave theory of light, belongs to Holland. Michael Faraday, law of electromagnetic induction, belongs to UK. Edwin Hubble gave expanding universe. He gave a theory of expanding universe, which simply states the universe is expanding, belongs to USA. Heinrich Hertz gave electromagnetic waves, belongs to Germany. J.C. Bose, ultra short radio waves, belongs to India. Hideki Yukawa, theory of nuclear forces, belongs to Japan. W. Hensberg, quantum mechanics and uncertainty principle, Germany. M.N. Saha, thermal ionization, India. G.N. Raman, that is Ramachandran, triple helical structure of protein, belongs to India. With this is the first lecture, and next time I will teach you on the board. Thank you and have a nice day. If you like my channel, please subscribe and like and press the like button. Thank you and have a nice day.